Hello and a fabulous day. Wake up and give today your best shot as usual. Happy Friday to everybody and welcome to the Cameroon Radio Television. We're broadcasting from the capital city, Yaoundé. This is your favorite radio breakfast talk show. It's Daybreak on CRTV. I am Joe Nkelemewanua Junke. I'm your radio host. It is fantasy to many a million Africans that Africa can someday be celebrated as a renowned exporter of wheat flour. But a young Cameroonian farmer from the northwest region says it is not just imaginable, it's not just imagination, but that the narrative could be reversed if African cereal farmers unite for a common goal. His name is Basilius Tata, and he has trained thousands of people around Africa on wheat cultivation, including 10 countries and across the regions of Cameroon for free. He says his passion is the payment that he keeps on moving. Of course, it's time to take a listen to how his journey of wheat cultivation in Cameroon began in the following interview chat, of course, with Irene Bantata.
The Oku Wheat Project is a partnership between the Oku community through their representative, the Paramount Fund of Oku, and a local non-governmental organization, Sustainable Agriculture Group, better still Group SUSA, as far back as 2020 to improve and elaborate on wheat cultivation in Oku. So this partnership came all through about the idea that if wheat is valorized in Oku, we have more to benefit from it.
What actually led to the birth of this project? Because many out there are saying that it should be because of the Ukraine crisis.
Oh, no. What inspired the birth of this project was the numerous advantages in the wheat value chain. Because, wheat cereal has so much to do in value addition. So I started cultivating the wheat in 2015, investigating a lot of series of things. And after my investigations, I discovered that it was really a lucrative business. And in 2020, I lobbied and partnered with the Oku community through their paramount ruler, the Fund of Oku, to elaborate on its production so as to ameliorate the economic situation of our community. It's really a community initiative then.
So you mean to say that the project had been existing long before the Ukraine crisis?
Yeah, the Ukraine crisis came as a booster to the project because with the outbreak of the Ukraine crisis, we've been sharing the posts on social media and so on and was not really getting the much needed attention. Most people who had got the interest and moved towards me, they were like, what will you do with the grains after you've had it, or sell it to me at any price because you don't know what to do with it? I just laughed. I conceived the idea with a purpose, economic development. So when the Ukraine war came now, it came as an eye-opener to the Cameroonians at large. Even the Ministry of Agriculture, they had known about my project, but they were not responding. But now it is like an eye-opener because we've seen how much we could develop, how much we could create employment, how much we could have food from our own source, not from import. So now the Ukraine war has really helped because currently, as I'm speaking, nearly all these divisions of the Northwest are planting wheat from my seed bank.
Wow.
And, the Southwest region, the Littoral, and the West region. Some private farms are also into wheat from my seed bank and my trainings. The Ukraine war has really boosted the wheat issue so much.
So you carry on training for the project. You have not decided to keep it to yourself.
Exactly. I'm a passionate farmer. I do all those things because of my burning passion to see agriculture grow.
Okay.
Because at times I come across many people who are over-minded about my money. I just keep them aside and go me because my burning desire is to move agriculture forward. So now I train people, some who care to give me airtime, those who don't care to give me airtime and are passionate about the agriculture. I just train them. I don't want to make my name on the agriculture map.
Yeah.
Even in Africa, I train in over more than 10 countries. Young people like myself who are struggling to make it in agriculture and the means is not there, maybe the knowledge too outstanding, to just help them also. And they keep helping others, and that is how it is going. But hopefully, maybe in future, we might happen to come across money. But God's willing, we don't know. We don't know how destiny shapes its own things.
Well, thank you very much, sir. That's too touching. So you said you have been able to train about 10 African countries. Which ones precisely, and how do you carry out the training?
I've been able to train my guys in other countries because they just see me online and also interested in my activities. It's not specifically a contract with a country, no. It's just that if I happen to have a guy from Kenya, from Uganda, from Zambia, from South Africa, from Nigeria, from Ghana, from Sierra Leone, from even Ethiopia, language barriers and Gabon are disturbing, but we are struggling. You see how they struggle to translate their worries, and I answer them. I follow them up through WhatsApp coaching. I use videos, I use audios, I use graphic illustrations and other things to help them move. The equipment is not there, but with my toy phone, I'm able to impact these lives, and I'm happy about it.
I see you brand this project as the Oku Cynthia 2 Wheat Scheme Project. What pushed you to that?
The tagging of Oku Wheat Scheme as a Cynthia 2 Oku Wheat Scheme was a kind of honor after the departure of Cynthia 2, who was the pioneer partner for community development on elaboration on wheat cultivation. So when he quit the scene, we had to honor him by tagging the Oku Wheat Scheme as Cynthia 2 Oku Wheat Scheme.
How many tons or bags of wheat have you been able to produce since the launch of the Cynthia Wheat Project?
Since 2020 and today is still 2 seasons. We are getting into the 3rd season. So for the past 2 seasons, I was too concerned about training actors who will elaborate on the cultivation. So far, I trained over 250 farmers who managed to do the cultivation. But we had to grade the production based on meter square productivity to know how much our ecological environment can produce with. Fortunately for us, we discovered that 1 meter square piece of land could give us 2 to 2.5 kilograms of wheat cereal, which amounts to many tons, about 10 to 15 tons per hectare, if done correctly.
Yeah.
So our environment really favors the growth of wheat so much. So for the number of tons that I produced, last season I managed to produce 3 tons. But with the war disturbing and so on, but our interest was not mass production. Following our calendar, I think that everything being equal, we're going to go into mass production by 2024. That was our initial plan. So for now, we're concentrating on expanding and creating awareness and training people who will do the cultivation. Because most of the times we sensitize over radio, over internet, but the key actors, the local farmers who will do it, they don't even have phones or access to internet and radio.
So how many people have you been able to train in Cameroon? How many regions?
The wheat project is a project out of another project. I have a small NGO, Sustainable Agriculture Group, that I've been using to train other farmers, and then we try to scale up productivity for a better bargaining and market power. So far in Oku subdivision, I've been able to train over 20,000 farmers for the past 12 years. And then there have been a lot of interest from others who find us online or through some other media. So with that now, I just lend a helping hand to train others across the region. Nearly in all divisions of the region, I have people I've trained, the West region and some other regions like the Southwest, the Littoral, the West, the East, even Adamawa. There are some guys, we don't mind where they come from, but the fact is that they've established their farms in those areas and they are trying to make ends meet. So when they find my activities interesting to them, I equally lend a helping hand to them. Agriculture, unlike other services where you find people interested in pushing their money, agriculture doesn't even operate like that. What obtains most often is that you find people who just dash into the activity based on the fact that they happen to have a piece of land. And they don't know the norms, they don't know what it takes to make it from agriculture, they don't even know how agriculture business operates. So I just chip in a helping hand to try to orientate them on 1 or 2 things that keep pushing them forward. And when I do like that, it moves the mountains and they create the opportunity for other more people to be coming. My hands are just full. I don't even know the thousands of people or our farming activities have been able to intervene. But there are above 80,000 farming activities have intervened personally.
Wow. More power, sir.
Thank you.
Have you tested the project already? And can it stand the test of time?
Yeah, I think everything has its own beginning because most of the times we as entrepreneurs we believe in the norms of entrepreneurship. You have to start doing something. But most often you find people who are struggling to like teach me how to climb the ladder from the top. But as an entrepreneur, I'm made to understand that we begin the ladder from down and climb gradually. Well, most people are excited with money issues. They fail to understand that with agriculture, it's an investment that you have to invest, and over time, it will pay back. Last year, I was really touched here by the crisis issue where my belongings were burnt like that. But I found Nigerians were supporting me because I've been helping them too. You see the effect. Because I was not helping them for a fee, but they felt the brotherhood and they were supporting. Just like my people here in Oku. So it was really something so great to me.
How different is the wheat from Oko or the wheat flour? How different is it from other wheat flour? Have you been able to test it, like doing bread?
Yeah, I've tested wheat in many areas before I even went into a partnership to elaborate on its cultivation. We have 9 transformed products from wheat from Oko. The bread we just first mentioned that is gotten from wheat flour is good. It tastes natural. It's heavy. I don't have a scientific lab that I go testing those things, but from the mouth, we test with our mouth. So from the mouth, it tastes very well and very good. And then our bakers, like seasoned bakers who've been using my flour, like Mr. Nda David, who's been into bakery for more than 30 years today, he told me he rises too fast, faster than the other one.
Oh.
I don't know why he behaves like that, but we try to imagine that maybe it is from the way we just struggle to grind the flour locally.
Okay.
That is just our local judgment. There is no lab to really define that. Then for other products, we've been able to brew beer from the wheat grains that we have. We've been able to have the flour itself. We're able to produce pop-off, cakes, dry pap, the brand for feeding animals, hydroponic fodder for livestock. And the demand keeps increasing. People like to consume our products, but we don't have. That's why this season that we're planning to start planting come 15th of this month, July, we have as team to meet the zeal to consume and the zeal to plant. We will find that in our community is only about 0.05% of farmers into wheat cultivation, but about 99 point something percent are ready with money to buy what we produce from wheat. You can imagine.
Wow.
They keep asking every day. So we want to match the zeal to consume and the zeal to produce.
To produce.
That is our theme for this season, July 15, 2022.
You know, running such a project is definitely not easy, and you must have been having some challenges. And what are they?
I don't call them even challenges because if I took them for challenges, I would have long dropped the issue. It's a passion in me.
Okay.
I keep inviting others and supporting. The energy is in me, given by God, and I have my food to eat. When I grow my own food, I eat, I have my energy, I have my small money that I can pay or buy airtime and pay other services to. I just run it. It's a passion.
Okay.
Passion.
Yeah, so who do you partner with?
For now, I didn't have any partner apart from the community through their representative, the Paramount Fund of Oku. That was my first partner, and the partnership was to develop the production and expand. But it needs money. I don't have a financial partner yet. But of recent, the government, the Ministry of Agriculture, had to come in, and we are working together. No results yet, but we are hopeful that they will have to look for ways to bring us more improved seeds so that we can make it ourselves.
How do you rate the Oku Wheat Scheme project? Can you confidently say that this project can definitely solve the scarcity of wheat flour in Cameroon and Africa at large?
Very simple. Unlike other products that need a lot of technical orientation and follow-up, to match. Wheat is very simple to cultivate. Let me tell you that Oku alone has more than 10,000 hectares of land used for potato production and maize. So if this 10,000 hectares of land is switched to wheat cultivation, you can imagine the quantity of wheat that can be produced. And in other terms, we have above 45,000 active farmers on the ground presently. And you imagine that if these 45,000 farmers produce each just one bag of wheat, we can have more than 6,000 tons of wheat in just 120 days. It's a very short cycle activity. Oku alone, from my research, shows that it has the ability to produce more than 10,000 tons of wheat annually.
Wow.
Not to talk of the Northwest, where the wheat is well adapted. When I follow most documentaries, they talk about even suspending rice to wheat because rice is too expensive to cultivate. Too expensive, unlike wheat. And the value chain of wheat is too big, and it can create a lot of employment, a lot of many things.
I'm sure many out there listening to you must be itchy right now to partner with you or derive means of stepping up the project. Please, your contact information.
Okay, you can quickly get us through our Facebook page, One Farmer, One Livestock Development Network. Or you can write us on WhatsApp on 65403402 6, or you call me directly through 677-647772, or through our website www.groupsuza.org. Those are my contacts.
Wow, thank you so much, coordinator of the Oku Cynthia Wheat Project, Basilius Tata. Thank you very much for being part of this program.
Thank you, Irene, for making the effort to reach out to me. It's a pleasure for me, a farmer, have this wonderful opportunity to share with other farmers and Cameroonians alike. Thank you so much.
Interesting, wasn't it? That was the daybreak guest of the week, Mr. Basilius Tata, and he is a wheat farmer in Cameroon. According to Mr. Tata, African farmers can turn the table of wheat production and become the heads of what we call wheat supply in the world. And the young farmer has trained thousands of people around Africa on wheat cultivation. The telephone conversation was done. Courtesy, Irene Bagdata. Thank you so much.
Abandonné